the largest passenger ship in the world was also one of the fastest. The Titanic was fueled by a network of 29 boilers. These ferociously burned through 600 tons of coal a day, feeding 2 steam engines, each one the size of a 3-story house, along with a revolutionary new turbine. The engines provided more than 45,000 horsepower to the ship's 3 supersized propellers. These drove the huge vessel towards the iceberg at 25 miles per hour. So was the Titanic simply going too fast? Information gathered by a special marine safety unit formed after the disaster could hold the answer.
Looks good for flying.
Commander Kristen Saremgard runs the U.S. Coast Guard's International Ice Patrol.
We patrol the icebergs in the vicinity of the Grand Banks and warn mariners of the extent of that region.
But today, Kristen is investigating whether the Titanic's speed was recklessly high.
All right, rolling takeoff.
Even with modern shipbuilding, a ship traveling 22 knots will sustain significant damage after a collision with an iceberg. Was Titanic traveling too fast?
They're flying over the area nicknamed Iceberg Alley, close to where the Titanic sank. Should the ship's captain have given the command to slow down, or would he have assumed there was no danger of ice?
Titanic was traveling in the beginning of April. That's really when our season is just starting to ramp up.
At the time of the Titanic, no one counted icebergs. We don't know how many there were in 1912.
Can I have you take a look at the one that's way far to the south right there?
The team counts this April's icebergs to investigate the chances of hitting one at this time of year.
Okay, left window, Ario. I've got a visual on your iceberg.
After 7 hours in the air, the numbers are finally in. And Kristen can analyze her results.
This represents the iceberg chart that we're seeing this year, and the ice is up mostly around Newfoundland. Titanic sank almost 6 degrees of latitude further south than where the current ice limit is.
This appears to put the Titanic 400 miles clear of the danger zone.
You would think in April, Titanic would be safe in traveling in ice-free waters.
The Titanic's crew had adjusted their course from the shortest route to avoid icebergs completely. But earlier in the day, the crew received radio reports of ice ahead. Should they have been more cautious?